Hi everyone, this is Sandy Create the Heart, and I am back with part 2, video 3 of my mini-series on making ocean and sea and beach style backgrounds. So this is not a conclusive list. I mean, there's lots and lots of different ways. I could continue making backgrounds forever and a day and probably come up with new ideas and new ways and new products to use, but I kind of gave myself a deadline. So I do have a couple of things left to do in the paper section, and then I'm done. So the first was stencils. I have 2 videos on different stencil backgrounds, and now I'm on to stamps. So let's get into it. I'm going to be using this stamp set right here. Let's set this aside. This is a very unique product by Taylor Expressions. I love it. It's called Sandy Shores. It is a 6x6 background stamp, and so you can do it vertically and horizontally. It's amazing. So it is done in this sort of split style. So what you really do need to use a MISTI or some kind of stamp positioner, but basically you would take your MISTI and you would lay the stamp down on your paper completely, and then you would take either the top piece or the bottom piece off. Let's say you take the sand piece off your MISTI, you go ahead and ink up the ocean and you ink it on your paper. Without removing this piece, you then replace the beach scene on top so it fits like a puzzle, and then you remove this piece, the first piece that you stamped, out, and then you stamp your sand onto your paper. And then what you will get is you will get a perfect image. You will get your sand piece and you get your ocean piece, and then there's a tiny little bit of gap between the two, which creates sort of that white foam look along with the little dots here. It gives it that white foam look. And I'll show you what I mean in the projects that I'm going to be making with it. I freaking love this. I don't know exactly how much it is. I'm going to guess around $17.95, so it's a little bit more of a pricier product than some of the stencils. And some of the stencils are very expensive. So the ones that are the 2-piece stencils, they're more money. They can be anywhere between $15 and $25 for a 2-piece stencil. So this is right along that price point. A single stencil obviously is going to be much cheaper. The cheapest option would be to use a cloud stencil, and I showed that in my one of my past stencil videos. But this is a really great product if you want to invest in a stamp set that really does it for you. This is the one. So it's a great product. And the thing about Taylor Expressions is they still have a very low, to be a pretty decent price point for shipping. So if you hit $50, you get free shipping. So that's a pretty decent price point. A lot of places have raised that threshold to $75 or even $85 or more to get free shipping. So I definitely think that that's still a pretty good deal. All right, so let's get into some other things I'm going to be using. So this first card uses the gnomes. This is called Gnome Alone, which honestly, I probably could have not bought this gnome one, and I probably could have bought, we have other gnome products that have a bunch of hair and other things, including the gnome bodies, but now I'm thinking about it, I don't know if it's the correct size because I just bought one of them. If it's the same size or not. But anyway, I think they all fit together, so maybe it is. I don't know. But anyway, this is the gnome body. So it makes just a basic, like, gnome. It has the nose and the hands and the feet and the body, but does not have any hair. It's literally the gnome alone. And then I'm going to be using the Beach Babe Dress Up, which is a brand new product, and it says it goes with all of the other gnome things, so that's kind of cool. But this is Beach Babe Dress Up, And so it's super cute. So it does have a hair piece in there that I can use with, I can mix and match with other gnome products in this line. And I actually am joining a collab that starts in August with Poet Spice here on YouTube, and that's going to be doing paper dolls. So things where you use pieces to create either an animal, a critter, a person, you know, etc. And I think I will be doing one of the, I think it's a month-long collab, so I think one of them I will be doing gnomes and showing how I put these together, but they're pretty easy. So anyway, this is called Beach Babe Dress Up, and I'm using that. I'm also going to be using in some of the products I'm going to be sharing in this video, the Under My Umbrella. Now, there are a couple of companies that are doing something very similar. I think Honeybee Stamps has something similar, where you just take these geometric sort of shapes, and it gives you that illusion of looking from the top down onto a beach, and so it looks like towels and umbrellas and so on. And this will do all of that. And so this is what those pieces look like. I try to keep the pieces together as much as possible and then I'll just do them in different colors, so I don't have all these little pieces floating around everywhere. All right, so those are those pieces. And then, so I based one of my projects on things that were in here. So this was the Summer Soiree from Tailored Expressions. If you bought things from this particular beach line, you got this little book, this little magazine, along with some ideas, and then there was an actual class, which I didn't have a chance to go to. So I'm doing something similar to this one right here. Okay, and then, let's see, what else do I have here? The last thing is this one right here. So this is new. I got this recently. This is called Deliver Summer Vibes. I'm super excited about it. So cute. From Mama Elephant. I have the dies, and so I will be using that as well. So let's get into it. Okay. So the first card that we're going to be making is this one right here. So you can see that, you know, I did do a little, I think I did a little bit of splatter on the white piece, just because it needed a little bit more texture to it. But you can see how it looks, and there's that little white gap there, so it kind of looks kind of like the water coming in. And I think that's amazing. It's just amazing. I did not do anything crazy. I just stamped it with ink. That's it. And the stamp set itself does it for you. So I've been having problems with my Barely Arts glue flowing because it's been kind of warm here. And I was using this other type of stopper, which is sold by Barely Arts. It's this plastic stopper, which I think is fine for the winter, but you really need like the pin, which I had lost my pin, so I need to do a better job at keeping, you know, track of my stinking pin. Okay, so I've got my gnome. So this is how I made her, and I used some paper that I had in my stash for the top of her head. And then I've got these, you know, what do you call these? These are umbrellas. And then I have, shoot, I thought I had more of these. I have 2 of these. So they're little shells. Okay, so that's kind of how it's going to look. And I have these on foam. So here are my umbrellas. So I did do that technique where I just kind of keep everything sort of together, and then I go ahead and use different cardstock, and then I just made a whole bunch of umbrellas and blankets and so on. So that way I have all the variety of colors, and I just make a whole bunch at once. And you will see these little umbrellas in a couple of different cards. I'm going to go ahead and take all of this foam off. And I do really love how my little gnome girl came out. So stay tuned in August when I will be doing some videos on paper dolls. I'll be using a variety of different things I have in my stash that I've been looking to use. And since I'm still off for the summer, it's perfect. I'll go ahead and make my videos and have them set up so that they are scheduled to go. And then this is a stamp and die from Tailored Expressions. It came out last year, but still available in their shop. So I cut this out a couple of times. This one I white embossed on some blue cardstock. And there's my card. Okay. So now we're on to this one right here. And again, I did the same exact technique, except I reversed it. So I have the sand on top and the water on the bottom. I mean, I could flip it this way if I wanted, but I want it like this. So, you know, you have options of the look that you're going for. And I am just really happy with how these cards came out. So there's going to be 2 videos for stamps. This video just focuses on this stamp set right here. The other one has a couple of different ones. So it should be pretty fun. Decide what I'm doing here. Do it like that. Okay, so there we go. That's going to be my layout. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this down. So the other video that I have that's going to be up for stamping is going to, I think I'm going to focus on 2 particular stamps, just to kind of get their background stamps, just to kind of give you sort of an idea of what you could do with what you have maybe in your stash, to create kind of a water background, or that's designed for a water background. So I'm excited about that. I do have one more thing I've got to make that card sort of work. One of the cards work. So it's like, take this piece off because the foam is just like not sticking really well. There we go. Let's see. This. So I am almost done with that one. And so these all will be going up. And then I have the Hello Sunshine. This comes from that same set as that Miss You. And then this is from Pink and Maine. It's their Sea Animals Die. And this was the stamp subscription box of the month for, was it last month? June, I think. But their stuff is all available in the shop, and that will show up pretty heavily in the dies portion of this series. All right, so here's the next card. You can see how that background really makes things spectacular. All right, so now I've done it this way, and I used a little bit of a darker ink, the ink that is used, the color that's used on the little sample card for the stamp set. So, just so you can get like a different look. Not do the dropping on there. Okay, there we go. now I've got to figure out where everything is going to kind of go. I think this is more, I think I designed this to be like this stamp set here, like this project here, as I think was my model for this one. So let me do it like the model. And it's like this, and then I'll do this. So as though I had made this in the class, since I didn't actually watch it. And this. So I'm going to this. So this is I think it's similar. I think I did it similar. That is one way of being able to make a lot of projects, is just put everything down and just stamp a bunch of things in different colors, and then you just mix and match. Okay, so I'm trying to have this other little. Okay, and then I've got this on some foam. So that's another technique too, is just, I just took all the sentiments that were in the set, there's 5, and then I just heat embossed in white on blue cardstock, and then I cut it all out, and then I had some mix and match sentiments. All right, so gives you an idea what to do with that one. And then I think this might be the last card. And so I did the same as this one, only I flipped it around, and now I'm going to have the sand on the bottom. And it's just to give you a different look. And you can see how it looks with different colored ink. And I colored these with my Copics, and I can love it. I think that's what I did. Super simple. And I have been working on this little series like all summer, I feel like. But I really wanted to make some summer projects. You know, in California, summer, maybe other places too, but I feel like summer really doesn't start till July and goes on through September. It stays pretty warm. This is sentiment. It's from that Mama Elephant stamp set. And here we go. So here is this card right here, all using this stamp set called Sandy Shores. And you can then put, I mean, I used some Tailored Expressions products on here, but I didn't here. This is Mama Elephant. You can put whatever you want here. I had lots of ideas, but, you know, I'm kind of trying to disperse things. I mean, I could just use this stamp set forever and a day and just put all kinds of different beach elements on here, and stamp sets and so on. But I just wanted to kind of give you an idea of what you could do with this stamp set. Thank you so much for watching. This is Sandy Praying with the Heart.